set. Mile and a quarter ahead of them. They're in the gate.
Right off.
And they're off. And Uzo broke rather awkwardly and quite slowly. Bold Discovery is ridden away from the stalls. In the mile and a quarter listed Wolferton Stakes, and the early pace is being put up by Kemhan, wide of Botanical. Pushing up to the inside is Ancient Rome, who now takes the overall lead, and Notre Belle tries to go with that one. So it is Ancient Rome take them now to the turn at Swinley Bottom. Out very wide is Kemhan, who's chasing the pace in second. Notre Belle is in third. Botanical a length and a half away around the outside. Racers in fourth. Torito parked on the inside rail is in fifth. Haunted Dream, the grey, is in sixth, trying to push up towards that one's outside. 2 lengths away is Isra, taking the turn in seventh. He's about 8 lengths off the overall leaders now. They face up to the climb up the hill. Towards the outside, Bold Discovery is trying to make a bit of ground. Silver Sword is next to the field, but the ones out the back of the pack are now some way off Ancient Rome, who continues to career up the hill with a lead of 3 lengths. Kemhan, the only one who's giving proper chase at this moment, in second. There's 5 lengths back to Notre Belle in third. Botanical in the yellow is racing in fourth. Torito to the inside in fifth. Haunted Dream on the outside is racing in sixth. Isra is in seventh. On the wide outside, Bold Discovery is racing in eighth. Towards the inside is Savvy Victory, who makes the turn in ninth, with Silver Sword around that one's outside. Check and Challenge is next as they begin to make the turn back towards home. At the moment, the back marker is Mujtaba, who is a good 20 lengths off the lead. Knight is another one way out of his ground. So too is Uzo, so too is Astro King, and now they're bunching up to tattle Ancient Rome. So Ancient Rome with Isra pulling double on the far side, the blue and white colours. Down the wide outside, Haunted Dream now goes on, chased by Torito, then Notre Belle, but it is Isra who has travelled like a dream throughout here for Jim Crowley, and now he's put distance between himself and his toiling rivals. He took a pull with a furlong and a half to go in an ultra-competitive Wolferton, and he has turned them away. Isra in a punch of the air as Jim Crowley rides his 16th winner at the Royal Meeting. Tight for second between the owner mates Haunted Dream and Torito, and they too put a lot of distance between themselves and the fourth, who is Savvy Victory, within fifth. Notre Belle I think in second. It might well be Haunted Dream. The grey head is going down as the other head goes up. So Haunted Dream, I think, second. Torito in third. Savvy Victory in fourth. Notre Belle in fifth. And then Check and Challenge raced home in sixth. Beautifully bred. Isra wins. The Gosdens win this race for a record 5th time. A 16th winner at the Royal Meeting for Jim Crowley. And I think that gave him a great deal of pleasure.
Likewise, the Gosdens, really. You say 4 mark, that's after Beachfire, Gatewood, Marsoob, Monnett's Glen comes Isra, Wathnan second and third. They are hitting the bar at the moment. But this horse so often travels well and then ends in disappointment. Not so here, Johnny.
No, well, it was a true gallop. They went some gallop from the word go. They were all well spread out, but you could see Jim Crowley was sitting very quietly there on the inside. Now, he always travels well, but he couldn't but win today. You know, the horses around him were going up and down the one spot, and he was second in a Group 2 last time, so he probably was, as Jason says, the class horse in the race.
And I think sometimes he's not the easiest, because you can get committed on him early, and he normally pulls himself up. But today, he probably had that much in the locker, i.e. the class performer, if you like, that he was able to keep on rolling through. Jim's got there under a snug hold, really.
And Jim was having a good chuckle afterwards. It'll be interesting to see what he made of it, Rishi.
Standing by. Yes, Jim Crowley. I wonder what he made of this horse, because we know he's got enormous amount of talent. And Jim, it must have been some feeling a furlong out to be travelling like that.
It was, but I was slightly worried that I was going to get there too soon. Had a nice pitch in the race. I was happy to be down the rail. I was hoping to sort of work my way through horses, and all of a sudden, 2 furlongs out, it opens up like the Red Sea. Never happens normally when you need it. But he got, in fairness to the horse, he got there. He didn't stop, put his head down, and yeah, it's great.
He's got, as I said, so much talent. What do you think the key to today was? Was it the fact that they went a good pace and he was able to ease his way into it?
Yes, I think you're right, Rishi. It's a perfect trip. He loves fast ground, and I think a nice, good, even tempo is key. You know, if they hack and sprint. But like I said, he was faultless today.
And a Royal ASCOT winner on the first day for Jim Crowley?
Yeah, hopefully he can add to it.
Well done, Jim.
Thanks.
A 16th Royal Ascot win for Jim Crowley, and one he's clearly enjoyed enormously. Frustrating day for Wathman.
Yeah, second and third in the Coventry as well. But this also, I think they've played around with this trip quite a lot. He's been all the way up to a mile and 6 furlongs. Now over the mile 2, he's really putting it together. It was a good second to Passenger last time at Chester. Shame we don't have Passenger. He's quite to temperature. I think there was an infection which ruled him out of the meeting. But he's, I think, probably learnt to race, and he committed far enough out. Jim clearly didn't want to be, but he kept going well to the line today.
The usual quiz with a Shadwell horse on the right. Richard or Michael?
That's me.
Richard.
Hills, yes, because he's the representative.
Yes, he is. Richard would be
smart waistcoat, the blue and white waistcoat.
He would have loved that, and he wins in these particular colours. And Jim himself, what has he got? Nakib, who goes in the next half brother to Baid. He'll have Al Flaila tomorrow in the Prince of Wales. Good types.
You don't often see Jim like this after a race. Enjoy winning on horses like that.
Well, you do. You get to know them, and they're not straightforward, and everything has to fall right for you. But it just fell perfectly from today, and you can know it's just fell into his lap, really.
And good to see Shaker Hissa here again.
Yes, Shaker Hissa. I think she had a baby earlier this year. Congratulations to her. But do you remember last year it was when the Shadwell horses were absolutely flying, and I think that was the produce of having condensed their team down to a bunch of very good horses. I think it's been a bit harder this year, but to have a Royal Ascot win on day 1 is great.
Yeah, almost bespoke, if you like. Shall we see the Red Sea part, Jason?
Yeah, look, Jim was saying it doesn't normally happen like that. We've seen it twice today, down towards the inside, but if you're going so superior to everything around you, it's easier to nearly open the gaps around you, Johnny, you know, if you're going so much better than everybody else.
It is, and when they go the true gallop, you know, the pace is everything. When they go fast early on, it opens everything up, it spreads the field apart, and it gives you that chance to get through, but doesn't always look like that down the inside.
Good run for 4th as well, though, wasn't it?
Massive run from Savvy Victory, and of course, if you shopped around, you would have got the 1, 2, 3, 4. Big shout.
Thank you. Yes, well, Wathman 2nd and 3rd. Savvy Victory, keep an eye on him. He's been gelded. That was his first run for a while.
John Gosden goes to 65 Royal Ascot winners, 10 now with son Thady. Isra won the 11-4 joint favourite. Haunted Dream 2nd for Wathnan. Torito 3rd for Wathnan. And in 4th was Savvy Victory, Francesca Kumani. Big prize. Well played. And well done to the Gosdens, 1st and 3rd in the Wolferton. Let's catch up with Mark and Charlotte.
It is such a special day today, isn't it? We've stepped into the Royal